Okay.
Yes, we're live. We're live. We're live and alive.
We're live? Okay, we're live.
We are live and alive, and we are surviving here in my room, Gwen's room.
I'm just gonna miss it because you got all the space. Okay.
Grace, you.
Okay, I can just see the camera. I know. Okay.
We're just making some adjustments here, and as people come on, if they want to make comments, then who knows? We might send them something special, like a free ebook for the seed.
The seed, yes.
The seed. So please chat, make comments.
A playbook of soul experience and expansive identity. What the heck does that mean, Gwen?
I don't know. I didn't tell anyone I was going live. We're just doing this thing. It's just happening.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
A playbook of soul experience and expansive identity.
Yeah.
It is a workbook that is what I could say an entrance into soul play within yourself. And it starts out in a beautiful way, offering exercises that will really assist you when you enter into soul play with yourself, because there's a billion ways to do so, but there are some fundamentals that are very helpful for you when you enter into soul play: how to manage your energy, how to ground yourself, how to come back when you're in an experience,
how to move within that realm, how to switch places and experiences and so forth.
How can you use your breath in that
Mm-hmm.
situation. Different warm-up exercises that assist you to be ready to enter in, and your energy is being activated as you enter into soul play.
I love the Om exercise.
Grace loves the Om exercise.
I love it so much. When I was recording that, I mean, I almost broke down crying.
You know, it was interesting because that exercise came to me at the entrance of going into meeting your guides. And my guides, because I do channel, were saying that this was a specific entrance into this that people got to do, because oftentimes our residents, we're not used to walking into these realms and opening in a way where we honor the allness of ourselves, and we're opening our door and offering an invitation to know more of ourselves, or expand our playing field of what we know as ourselves. And sometimes these entrances are key in us being able to feel safe, us be able to be grounded, and know that the guides and the way we enter in is going to be productive, because our intention is a key part of what we then encounter as an experience when we enter into soul play. Now, why do we want to enter into soul play, Grace? What is the big deal about this?
Well, I think that, in my life, my beliefs of what I am internally and who I am affects what I believe I can experience in my world, and what I can create, and how I can react to what's happening around me. And in soul play, that understanding of what I am expands so dramatically that it helps me be in a place of comfort and trust in this journey that I'm experiencing on the earth, and feeling more comfortable with it. And okay, I can handle this. I can figure this out. I can be creative. I can create something new. I can step back. I have the power to be able to do this, because I am more than this particular event that's taking place right now, or this particular feeling that I am having right now, or this particular thought that hurts me that I'm thinking right now. And being able to practice, being able to expand into something much more is really helpful in empowering me to be able to do that.
I love the word empowerment, because to me, what I just heard you describe was really a discovering of the abilities that we have, but we don't realize that we have.
Yeah.
And this is a part of us discovering and playing in a way where we can discover what is available to us, and how we can view the world and the stories and the situations that we find ourselves in a new manner.
I love that idea of that playing field. And I think this book is saying, you think you know the playing field? No, you don't. It's
Yeah.
so much more. And this is the introduction into that playing field.
Yeah. This reminds me of one of the warming up exercises or mini soul plays, which is really called lifting the roof.
I
And
think it's called raising the roof.
Raising the roof, that's right. And I've shared it
Wow.
with a few people, and some people in my Welcome to Channeling podcast who have listened have gotten a sneak peek or a sneak listen into this.
Yeah.
Which I'm really glad that they have, because this opening, lifting what we call our house or what we feel our identity is, and laying it out and seeing the extensive landscape, the extensive environment that is beyond that, can be so invigorating and empowering, and really gives us a sense of the adjustments that we can make in our life and world, which we thought actually were not adjustable in the first place.
Yeah, or that it was you. No, it wasn't you at all.
Yeah.
And that you can experience so much more, and you are capable of so much more. And not just that, but it is not dependent on others. It's really easy to give up our power by saying, no, things can only change if that person does that, or this circumstance happens, or that person decides to be nice to me now.
Yeah.
No, that's not what it's about. It's about you and your creative ability and space, and what that really can be in your life. So yeah,
that's
cool.
Exciting to hear. I get excited when I hear that. Yes. So this is what play is for. I mean, a part of it is you may be in a spot in your life where you're like, you really feel this idea of limitation. You're like, this is not possible. And you keep on hitting a wall, and you feel like that's just how life is. Well, if you enter into this soul play, you may open into a new way of seeing the situation and see actually where your agility lies and what might be possible in shifting the situation in your life. And it starts internally, right?
And not just that, but sometimes we think that we want a certain thing, but when we go inside, we go, oh, wait a minute. No. That's just kind of a representation of like this belief or this thing that we think we need, which equals I am satisfaction, I am worthy, or whatever, I am honorable, or whatever it is. And you go, wait a minute. Actually, I can look at it in a different way, or I can approach it in a different way. And then suddenly you get to create something new, instead of feeling like you don't have any control over this thing in your life.
Instead of following a program that you think you want, but it's actually being run through a fear-based mechanism.
Yeah.
So all of that, I mean, we start getting into that here. We don't get so caught up in all of that, but this is a beautiful book that leads you through different soul play experiences where you can meet your inner self. You can see into what being an individual and what oneness actually is, and experiencing it for yourself, which is quite fantastic.
Yeah, and going back and forth and getting a better feel for the relationship between those two things. It's really cool. It's really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Another aspect that I wanted to talk about was the documentation that's included in this book. It's a part of what occurs in the
this is just for one of the mini soul plays, but the larger soul plays.
This is a book that we proofed, so you're going to see little
marks. Yeah,
you're
going to see marks and adjustments and so forth, and like notes and so forth that we make, so that we made adjustments and so forth.
Yeah. Now we are having this pre-order for the ebook for the $2.99, but if you want to order the real live book where you can write in it and do all that, feel free to do that. Of course, it's going to cost a little bit more because it's full color, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous. And also with this book, of course, audio also is included, you guys. Audio is so important in a journeying book because it is through sound and vocalization that we lead you into these experiences, and you'll feel the rhythm, you'll feel the slowing down, you'll feel the presence, and be invited into that presence through the sound and the tone, which is hard to display in a book.
It is.
for
But we
people.
can do this. We can display incredible images for you to look at and contemplate as you're listening. And these were specifically created with this in mind. And it costs a pretty penny. So
It does. It costs a pretty penny.
So enjoy and take advantage of it,
Yeah.
and really allow yourself to be with the images that are in the book. I want to show another one.
Yeah.
These are
One
so
thing
cool.
that's great about nowadays, we have the ability to publish or print off books individually, but it's also a larger cost to do that for people. And so it's something that people think, oh, because we can print off individual books, it's going to reduce the cost. No, actually, the cost is greater because the volume isn't as great as what you're printing off, and the cost to produce it is more to do so. So anyways, we look forward to a time where we can print out a lot of books. And you purchasing this book helps us to do that in our further projects. And we also will be having further projects surrounding things like this that will be ebook based, that won't necessarily be based around having a physical copy, because there'll be experiences that you enter into. And Grace, I have to say, I'm so excited because so many years ago, when I went back to school and went in to get my art degree, I walked into the counseling office and she's like, what do you want to do? Like, what is the point of you coming back to school? And what are you wanting to create? Because we were trying to decide which major I was going to go in. And I said, I want to create experiences for people to enter into.
Yeah.
And so she's like, okay, so you're a sculpture degree. Okay, because this is what they could put me in, this multimedia experience expression, which was what the sculpture program was. And then I also went into ceramics and ended up making that my major, and then the sculpture my minor, because I just fell in love with working with clay, having that physical presence. But right now, I'm excited because I'm working with Grace, and I actually really am doing what my full intent was, that was being spoken through my heart, right? I want to create experience for people to enter into. And I'm also offering classes and other such things, which is the same thing. People gathering together, me providing a physical experience and something that we enter into. And there's going to be individualness there because we're bringing ourselves to this experience, right? And whatever wisdom is there for us will be met and will come forward for us. Whatever we're ready for at that moment will become available to us. And that's what I think is so beautiful too about this book. One thing that the guides say is, like, if you're in a journey and you don't quite understand and your brain isn't doing it, breathe and sit back and just breathe and know that whatever is ready for you will come forward and you will benefit from it. Even if your mind doesn't quite understand it, that what you're ready for is there present, and there's going to be a benefit for you because of your willingness and your intention to move into the space of knowing yourself more fully.
And that's kind of really an important basis when it comes to soul journeying, is this, in this book too, is this idea that this isn't about Gwen lecturing or saying this is what you have to experience, or this is the way it is for you. And when you go into this space, this is how it's going to be.
Yeah.
No,
you have to see your guides. They have to look this way. Nope.
No. This is about you and you becoming more aware of yourself and what you have to offer. As simple as that. And these exercises are just simply there to help you gain some of those skills and some of those experiences, to just help you encourage you to just step into it.
Yeah, beautiful. I love that. I think we're coming to a close with what we wanted to share with you. Just mentioning, this is on pre-order right now for $2.99 with the audio. And it will give you an idea, because if you really love it and you're like, I really want the book, now you're not going to, paid, 5 times what you wanted to in order to have the experience. The book will be available to you, and
there's also
something exciting.
We have really exciting. We actually have a documentation book for those who say, for instance, want to just buy the audio, but then and they don't want, all this, but they want to have something to journal in. They want to be able to record. They want to be able to have something to reference when it comes to, say, for instance, certain phrases that may be used, or certain exercises, and maybe visuals to show you exactly how those exercises work. So that book is also going to be available if you prefer to go that way.
Yeah.
Which, a lot of people may want to. Or you know what? This book is actually so dang beautiful. You might not want to write in it. And you might just simply want to get the journal so that you feel comfortable. Oh, I can take this with me anywhere. Or my husband can read this after me, and he doesn't have to read all my journeys, right?
Yeah.
I can go record that in my journal over here that has all the questions and everything set up perfectly for me. So that's another option that we have available for you, and just take advantage of it, because I think that's really cool
Absolutely.
option. Yeah.
We also, I think something that's so beautiful is that we really are striving to provide the audio experience for people in what we offer, in the books that we offer. And also, along with that, we have links to extra pages for documentation, so that if you are like, "Ooh, I love the pages, but I need a few more because I entered into this journey a few more times," that is available to you online. So we really want to provide you with the tools that you need, that so you can be successful, so that you have a place that you can go to and you can remember and remind yourself of what you've experienced before and the journey that you've experienced. Because a lot of times when these shifts occur, Grace, I notice I forget totally where I've been.
Oh, completely.
Right?
It's like the shift has taken place. Oh, it's always been. It has always been. And you're like, oh, wait a minute. That was what I was experiencing before.
Yeah.
Oh,
3 days ago,
that's right.
my reality was very different. Or 3 weeks ago, I went in this journey, and now I remember this energetic quality or this guide showed up, and I had forgotten about it, but now I can reference that, and I can start building more of a framework of what my inner world is because of that.
And this can even happen on really huge shifts that take place where you're going to forget unless you record this. I mean, I just recently, had a, what do you want to call it? I don't want to say
a ceremony.
A ceremony.
Yeah.
A ceremony. And of course, ceremonies cost a buttload more than this, let me tell you. Okay. And I just went through a ceremony, and I've been through several lately, and I will forget the experience and the specifics unless I record that somehow. And it's so much more beneficial when doing that. It makes such a difference. And we want you to really take advantage of this and let it make a difference in your life and your experience. So,
yeah, absolutely. One thing too that's great about this is Grace talked about ceremony, and this is where a lot of people come together and have an experience together. This book is made so that really you can enter into this, number one, without the plant medicine per se. If that's the space you're in. And also it's meant so that you can have this personal experience if you really are in an energy where, number one, maybe you don't have the time to arrange to go out and participate in a week-long event or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Or you're just in a space of, I really need to have some internal space and feel my own space right now, but I would like to be guided through a journey here. So we're doing our freaking best to offer the best that we have for you. And we just invite you to right now go to Amazon.com, pre-order for the $2.99. You can have a taste, and then if you really are like, yes, you can order the book. You can have that physical copy for yourself, and you can use it and adjust it for your daily life, whatever way you need to.
And another thing we want to encourage is we want feedback. So write a review. Amazon doesn't pay attention to authors unless they have enough reviews, and they certainly don't let them advertise or promote without a certain amount of reviews. So even if you're like, I don't know, there are a few things, it doesn't matter. Just
Yeah.
write the review, and we want that feedback from you so that we understand how we can serve you better.
Yeah. Even if it's like, I liked this sentence in the book.
Yeah.
Thank
Or
you very
I
much.
really liked that exercise. That was a really cool image. I really liked the image of the eagle eye.
So
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, great, awesome. Thank you for that review. Thanks for letting us know that you really like our, that image. That means a lot to us. We want
Yeah.
that feedback, So yeah, simple as that.
Yeah. So I'm so excited to share this with everyone. Check it out, The Seed on Amazon.com.
The Playbook of
And
Soul Experience
yeah,
and Expansive Identity.
share it with your family and friends. Be kooky, be weird, whatever
Yeah.
you want to do. But we thank you for joining us now.
Yeah.
Spread this far and wide and let everyone know on the 28th it goes and the pre-order is done.
Yes.
So get it in these next few days because that price will never again be available to anyone.
And probably any of our books ever will probably
Grace
ever
hides
be priced
behind.
again.
Yeah.
I'm serious. I mean, so much work went into this, and so many resources that we want people to experience this.
Yeah. So have some fun with Soul Play today and order your book. And we will see you soon. I'm excited to share more with everyone. And once again, yes, reviews, feedback. We love it.
Mm-hmm.
Have a fabulous day, everyone.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And I'm gonna leave with my phrase, Grace, that I like.
Okay.
Own your own stage and play on.
Woo! Play on, guys.
Yeah.
Play on.
And if you don't know what that means, check out Welcome to Channeling, okay?
Yes.
Okay. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
How
do you turn this off?
I don't know. Oh, here is the button. Okay, it will end. Yay!